As I said, a time of trouble is coming. Let's get that in Daniel. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right? So there's going to be a time of trouble that's going to take place here. All right? Martial law. Right? You're going to have a civil war in this country. Right? They're going to declare martial law. Right? Wait till the economy collapses. Because it is going to collapse. The economy is going to collapse. Right? It's going to fall on y'all's head. Right? And your fiat currency, right? Those Federal Reserve notes won't worth nothing. It ain't going to be worth nothing. All right? So what are you going to do then? The only option would be to submit to FEMA, right? Submit to the government and get that RFID chip, right? And when you do that, you're done, you're finished, you're through. As I said, everything I read before is to condition your mind of what's to come upon the earth. It's to condition your mind for what's coming upon the earth. But there's going to be some bad times here, right? And I'm trying to get y'all mentally ready for what's coming. Get y'all to forget the foolishness you're doing and return to the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh, Yahushai. Because I said, bad times are coming here, right? Worse than your mind could even conjure up. Worse than any scenario you could play out in your mind. Bad times are coming here, right? And you see, every country overseas is already feeling it. But the Lord is saving this for last. He's saving the best for last. Because America's going to get the full dosage. All right? And y'all are going to see. Y'all are going to see. Let's get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. You Israelites, it's your trouble that's coming upon the earth. Understand? This is our trouble that's coming upon here. Y'all need to wake up to that. Understand? Because I said it's going to get real bad, more than your mind could imagine. All right? It's going to get real bad. I'm going to read a scripture. Let me get this precept. This is 2 Maccabees 6:12. Right? Because I said bad times are coming. Right? It's going to get bad. Words can't express it. Words can't explain it. All right? If you think you probably lose your job, right? Bouncing about from place to place, going through stuff, that is something. Ain't have no food for probably a day or so, but they got some food pantry open up for you. They got some shelter for you, all right? And you think that is bad. That is nothing compared to what's coming up on the earth, all right? But as I just read in Jeremiah 30:7, right? It is the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But the Lord is bringing this upon our people for a reason. The Lord is bringing this upon our people for a reason. This is our 2 Maccabees 6:12. It says, now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. Now this is what it said, right? Don't be disencouraged, because the Lord is going to chasten our nation, right? The Lord is going to whoop our asses. And let's get a scripture. Look at Hebrews. This is Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he received. Verse 7. If he endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Now let me read this again. 2 Maccabees 6:12. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities. Now who's to read this book? Let's get Baruch. Let's get Baruch. All right, this ain't for everybody. This is Baruch, right? It says, Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but as such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. So he said for Jacob to turn and take hold of it. Not everybody, Jacob, all right? Now read this again. Now I beseech those that read this book, right? Who? Jacob, the Israelites, right? That they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but a chastening of our nation. Because the Most High is going to chasten our nation, man. Our nation need it. We actually need it. Alright? It says, for it is a token of his great goodness when the wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. Right? For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbiddeth to punish, till they be come to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us. So he said, just as how the Lord watching these nations, right, then he's going to bring the destruction on them. Just like I raise them up and take them down, the Lord deal with us in like manner. Understand? He deal with us in like manner, man, to show that he's a just God. Right? Yahweh Shai is a just power, right? And y'all need to worship him and turn to him, right? Before all these calamities break forth, all right? Y'all need to wake